Hi guys, I'm Takira. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new. I am glad to have you. As you guys saw in the title, in this video I'm going to be showing you guys a part of my perfume collection. I asked you guys in my empties video that I posted last week, I believe, if you guys would be interested in seeing my perfume collection because I have accumulated a few perfumes. It is something that I have recently become more interested in. I've always been interested in perfumes, but more recently I've become more interested in perfumes. So I asked you guys if you'd be interested in me sharing that, and a lot of you guys said you would be interested in it, which is great because it's something that I am interested in. But yeah, in this video I'm just going to be showing you guys my designer perfumes and others that I don't really know how to categorize. I was unsure what category they would fall in. I don't think they're celebrity and I don't know if they're design houses. But if you guys like this video, I will film a part 2 of this video and show you guys my celebrity perfumes because I do have quite a few of those as well. So just a quick disclaimer, I'm going to apologize in advance if I mispronounce any of the names because that will probably happen during this video, so I'm apologizing now. And also, I'm not a professional or anything, so I'm just going to describe the perfumes to you guys how they smell to me, and I will try to put the notes up on the screen for anybody who is interested in the notes. I know that when I watch other videos, being told what the notes are in a perfume don't really help me too much because my nose isn't really sophisticated enough to pinpoint a lot of notes. Sometimes I can smell certain notes in the fragrance, other times it just smells however I'm going to describe it to you in this video. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. These will not be in any particular order. I have them sitting here in this container next to me just to make it easier for me to just grab them and talk to you guys about them. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So yeah, if you're interested, then just keep watching. So I will actually try to discuss the fragrances, you know, with other fragrances in the same design house if I have any more in that design house, just to have some sort of cohesiveness to this video. But the first one I have here is the Giorgio Armani C perfume, and my camera and lighting probably won't do any of these bottles justice, so I apologize about that too. But this was discussed in my empties video. This is one of the ones that I had emptied and I talked about in that video. Like I said in that video, I love this perfume. It is like a boozy, fruity vanilla fragrance. So it's kind of sweet. It smells very classy and sophisticated to me. And I think it is a great daytime fall and winter fragrance. As you guys saw, I don't know if you guys noticed or not, like I said, my camera probably won't show it, but mine says Eau de Parfum on the front. And that is because this is a tester bottle. I purchased this as a tester so I can save some coins. So yeah, love this. So the next perfume I have here by Giorgio Armani is C Intense. And it is in this black bottle. I probably should have wiped these off before I showed them to you guys. But this one smells a lot like the original C, but to me this one is a bit more boozy than that one is, and it's a bit more fruity as well. So I think this one is probably more appropriate for nighttime wear just because of how boozy it is. I think you can get away with wearing it during the daytime. I personally will wear anything I want during the daytime or nighttime, but yeah, this is like the nighttime version of the original. A bit more boozy, a bit less sweet. I really like this one as well. So next from Giorgio Armani, I have C Passione in the bright red bottle. That's what it looks like. And this one is quite different from the original. It doesn't really smell like either of those two too much. It's more fresh, clean, almost a bit soapy. I feel like this one would be pretty good to wear pretty much year round. I've worn it during the summer and now it's fall time, so I've been wearing it during the fall too, and it seems to do pretty well either or, so I think this could be worn year round. This one is definitely a daytime scent in my opinion. Like I said, it's fresh, clean, a bit soapy, a bit sweet. It's almost jammy. I like it a lot, and this is my most complimented fragrance at the moment. People here don't really give compliments almost like at all. So I've gotten compliments from family, friends, co-workers, strangers on this one, so that's saying a lot. I'm guessing this one smells really good on my skin, but I really like this one. I'm actually almost out because this was actually the fragrance that kind of reignited my perfume interest. So I do really like this. So the next fragrance I have here is Black Opium Nuit Blanche by YSL. That's what it looks like. I love the bottle, it's super pretty. And this is actually another tested bottle, so that's why it actually says Nuit Blanche on the bottle. I don't think the retail bottle says Nuit Blanche on it, but I actually am wearing this one today. It just smells so good. It is sweet. You definitely get that coffee note, the vanilla and caramel notes in here too, you can smell as well. To me, this smells like a vanilla latte with pumps of caramel syrup. It just smells delicious. It smells creamy and smooth. I have sampled the original Black Opium, and this one just smells like a more smooth and more refined version of that one, in my opinion. Because the Black Opium, the original one, to me smells like black coffee with a lot of vanilla syrup. And this one is like a vanilla latte because it has that milky creaminess to it with pumps of caramel syrup. But I do prefer this one to the original, even though they're pretty similar. This one to me in the dry down is less powdery than the original is. And so I don't really like powdery fragrances a whole lot. I don't like when fragrances are too powdery. This one still has some of that powderiness in the dry down, but it's dialed back more so than the original. So that powderiness in the original prevents it from being a love for me, but this one is a love. It's one of my favorites. I love it. So next I have Trésor Midnight Rose by Lancôme, and here's what the bottle looks like. This is a jammy rose fragrance. It's like a sugary raspberry vanilla rose perfume, and that's literally what it smells like from the initial spray to the dry down on me. I also find this to be a bit soapy, but it's not overly soapy. It's like soapy in the best way. It just kind of gives it a little bit of freshness. This, for me personally, is definitely a nighttime fragrance because it is a bit heavy. I can see a lot of people find this to be a bit offensive, but I like this one a lot. As you can see, I haven't used a whole lot of it because I don't really get to wear it that often, but I do really like this. Also, just an aside, I try to purchase smaller bottles where I can because I'm typically blind buying just about all of my perfumes. So I like to buy these smaller bottles of them just in case I don't like them. And what I mean by blind buying is that I am purchasing the perfumes without actually having smelled them beforehand. What I typically do is I read reviews and watch reviews and look at the notes to decide whether or not I feel like it would be something that I'd like. Typically I do pretty good with that. Sometimes, you know, not so much, but that's why you will see that a lot of my bottles are 1 ounce, 1.7 ounce, unless I know I like it, like with the Giorgio Armani and the Black Opium. I already knew I liked those, so I went ahead and got the bigger bottle. Or if it makes more sense for me to purchase the larger bottle based off of, you know, the cost difference. So the next perfume I have by Lancôme is La Nuit Trésor. And here's what it looks like. I love this fragrance so much. This is another nighttime fragrance. Oh, it's just so good. This is like a jammy strawberry, vanilla, caramel, incensey fragrance. Oh my gosh, it smells amazing. This is another like sophisticated, classy fragrance in my opinion. I'm obsessed with this, y'all. I love this so much. And I did get the 1 ounce. And as you can see, well, I don't know if you guys can really see that, but I have put a dent in it. When I repurchase this, I'm definitely getting the 3.4 ounce bottle. You don't need much of this, but I know I love this and I don't ever want to run out of it. It's amazing. Also, I'm not going super in depth on reviewing these perfumes either because I don't want this video to be super long. So if you guys, you know, want more in-depth reviews, let me know and I can do that for you. So next here I have Pink Sugar by Aquilina. And here's what it looks like. And this is another one I am obsessed with. Oh, this just makes me so happy. It's probably weird, but this makes me happy. It's like a happy fragrance. This is something I could just throw on without thinking about. It's very sweet, but to me this smells mostly of just burnt sugar. I don't really hear a lot of people saying that. I hear a lot of people saying it's super sweet, but this smells like burnt sugar. And the first time I smelled this, I did not like it and I didn't understand why people liked it. I feel like this can be pretty polarizing. Either you love or you hate it type of fragrance, because that burnt sugar scent that this gives off is quite strong and it's quite in your face, and I didn't like it at first. I had to get used to it, and then the more I wore it, I just eventually became obsessed with this. I don't know what it was or what changed, but yeah, I love this now. As you can see, I've used quite a bit of it, and this is the 3.4 ounce bottle. Yep, 3.4 ounces. I'm obsessed. I don't want to be without this one either. This is another one that I don't plan on running out of. So once I use this up, I will have another one on the way. So also by Aquilina, I have Gold Sugar, which looks like this. It's in this gold bottle. And this one smells like orange creamsicles to me. I definitely like Pink Sugar better, but I like this one a lot too. It's just that orangey, vanilla-y fragrance that you would get from, you know what a creamsicle is. It's like vanilla ice cream, and like it's coated with this orange flavoring. It's just, that's exactly what this smells like to me from beginning to end. Very creamy. I don't think it's quite as polarizing as the Pink Sugar is. I feel like more people would probably like this one than they do the Pink Sugar. I feel like this is a safe blind buy if you like orange and vanilla. So since I talked about Pink Sugar, I wanted to go ahead and talk about Delicious Cotton Candy by Gail Heyman. Here's what that looks like. This is said to be super similar to Pink Sugar, and I agree. Ugh, this cap stinks. And you know when you go to try to smell the top of the perfume, all it smells like is the cap. Hold on. Yeah, to me this smells like Pink Sugar light. So if you don't like the burnt sugar scent that's in Pink Sugar, you still get it in this one. Don't get me wrong. I think it's the licorice that's causing that, and this has licorice as a note in it as well. But yeah, you still get that burnt sugar fragrance in this, but it's just not as sharp and, you know, in your face as in the Pink Sugar. So if that's something you have a problem with, then you might like this one more. I would not consider this a dupe for Pink Sugar per se, because they're about the same price, but I feel like it's just like a preference type of thing. Like, you know, you might like this one more than Pink Sugar or vice versa. I don't feel like this is a replacement for my Pink Sugar. As you can see, it's still pretty much full. I like this, but it's not Pink Sugar. Like if I run out of my Pink Sugar, this is not gonna hold me over. I'm gonna have to repurchase my Pink Sugar. So next I have Angel Au Sucre by Mugler, and this is in Eau de Toilette. I'm on the fence about this one. This is another blind purchase, and I based it off of reviews I read on Fragrantica because that's where I look at, you know, a lot of reviews because they're pretty in depth and people, you know, vote on how long it lasts and the sillage and whether they think it's for daytime or nighttime and what time of the year. Is a great website. I will leave that link down in my description box for anybody who's interested. But this one, let me see. This one is fruity on the initial spray, but on my skin it does something weird where it kind of turns sour, and I don't like how it smells on my skin once it dries down. This is one that I can only spray on my clothing because I can't really tolerate the smell that it gives off when it, you know, contacts my skin. So I'm on the fence about it, like I said. So next by Mugler, I have Angel Muse, and here's what it looks like. I love this. I love this so much. This smells like cocoa powder and patchouli. I don't know if that sounds good to you guys or not, but yeah, it's exactly what this smells like. It smells like cocoa powder, and patchouli to me smells like wet soil. So it smells like cocoa powder and wet soil, and that's like all I get from beginning to end on this. It just smells so delicious. Now I will say, once you first spray this, that patchouli is pretty sharp. When I first sprayed this, I was like, whoa, I don't think I like this. But you have to, you know, let it dry down and just get past that, and then it dries down and it's the most beautiful cocoa powder with a slight patchouli essence, and it's just so good. I do actually think that this is unisex as well. I feel like either a man or a woman can get away with wearing this with no issue. It doesn't smell like, it's not feminine smelling to me at all, but I love this. So next here I have Viva La Juicy Sucre, and it is in this little cupcake shaped bottle. This is super adorable. A lot of people probably won't like it, but I think it's so cute. And this is just really sweet, but I find this to have a really soft projection, so I don't think it's offensive, or it can be really offensive to anybody because they're not really gonna smell you unless you heavily spray it like I do, because I like for my projection to be moderate to heavy. But yeah, I do really like this one. It smells like cacao powder and whipped cream and vanilla. It just smells really delicious. And I've used so much of it because I have to spray a lot of this when I wear it because it's so soft. But I do really like this. So next I have Viva La Juicy Noir. And both of these are by Juicy Couture. Hot pink bottle. I like this too, it's cute. This one is more fruity. Yeah, this one is more fruity, a bit less sweet. I would wear this day or night, but I know a lot of people think it's a nighttime fragrance. I don't personally, because the projection is only about, it's soft to moderate. But I like this. I don't see a lot of people disliking this. It seems like a very safe perfume in my opinion. So next here I have Euphoria by Calvin Klein. Mine looks dingy. I bought this unboxed again to save, just kind of like buying testers. And so it had a sticker on the front that I tried to remove, and it left this sticky stuff on the front. But anyway, this smells like a cologne to me. In the best way possible. Like, I know that Calvin Klein has a male version of the Euphoria, a masculine version of the Euphoria, but this smells like it could be unisex, masculine leaning unisex fragrance. I think it smells more masculine than it does feminine. But it is sweet. It's sweet, it's fruity. It smells green to me. like, you know, like grass and trees, anything green that you can think of. It smells green. Oh, I really like this. I like wearing this to bed a lot. It's a really nice bedtime fragrance. I've worn it out, I think, once in the daytime. This is not a daytime fragrance in my opinion. I feel like this is more nighttime suitable. But yeah, I don't think it's all that heavy either, as far as sillage or projection is concerned. I like it a lot. I was on the fence about it at first because I didn't know how I felt about masculine fragrances, but I'm finding that I really like them a lot. So much so that I think I want to buy some masculine or some men's cologne. But yeah, I like this one. So next here I have Nirvana Rose by Elizabeth and James. I think this is Mary-Kate and Ashley's design house. So I wasn't sure if I should include this in my celebrity perfume collection video or in this one, but since it's their design house, I figured it's designer, you know. But this one is different for me. I typically prefer, I probably should have said this earlier in the video, but I typically prefer sweet, gourmand, you know, edible fragrances, or like fruity floral perfumes, but my favorites are like sweet, gourmand, edible type fragrances. This one is fresh. To me, this smells like tart, slightly sweet, dried rose petals and freshly cut grass. I know that is so oddly specific, but that's exactly what this smells like on my skin to me, and I really like this a lot. This is not a safe blind buy in my opinion. I feel like this is something you need to smell before you purchase, but luckily for me, actually no, I tried this on one time when I was in Sephora, and I ended up not buying it at that time, and that was like maybe 2 years ago, and I just bought it this year. So I didn't quite remember how it smelled when I was purchasing it. Thankfully, I do like it. Yeah, I like this one. I don't wear it a lot, but I do really like this one. I think this is daytime or nighttime appropriate, but yeah, I like this. So next here I have Girl of Now by Elise Saab. Here's what it looks like. And this one to me smells like amaretto. It's sweet and almondy. I do smell the orange blossom in here. And the almonds, it does have pistachio in it too, but my nose is not sophisticated enough to pick that out. But yeah, I like this one a lot. I was on the fence about this one when I first smelled it. I didn't know how I felt about it, but I do really like this one. But you do not want to overspray this because it can become cloying. Like, you don't want to use a lot of these, and you don't need to. This is one that I like to, like when I'm spraying it on myself, I like to spray it a bit further away and just let it like mist over the area. And I find that it smells, I don't know, it smells better on me that way. But this is a daytime fragrance in my opinion. It's just heavy. So if you're gonna wear it to like the office or something like that, I do recommend spraying it lightly. So next I have Vanille Extreme by Comptoir Sud Pacifique. I probably butchered that, but you know. And here's what it looks like. I think this is actually a niche house. I don't think this is designer. I think this is a niche house, but this will probably be my only niche perfume that I have. So I'm just gonna talk about it here. This smells like Play-Doh to me. But Play-Doh in the best way possible. It's like, it's sweet, Play-Doh-y, vanilla, cinnamony type of fragrance. The Play-Doh kind of subsides as it dries down, but when you first spray it, it's like Play-Doh and cinnamon and vanilla. And then it dries down and it's like this milky, a bit powdery, creamy cinnamon vanilla fragrance. I do like this one. I don't wear it that often. The Play-Doh scent kind of throws me off just a smidge. I like it, but I'm not sure how I feel about walking around smelling like Play-Doh. So next I have Hane by Hane Mori. And here is what the bottle looks like. This one on Fragrantica, they were saying is like a dupe for Flower Bomb, I believe. I think they were saying a dupe for like Flower Bomb and La Vie Belle, which I don't like La Vie Belle. I find it to be headache inducing and a bit cloying, so. But I do like this one. Oh. This is sweet. This is really sweet. This is another one you do not want to overspray. But I do like this. It's toffee. I believe toffee is a note in here, and I smell the toffee. And it's some type of fruit. I can't put my finger on it right now. I don't have the notes in front of me or anything, but they'll be on the screen. It's like a fruity toffee fragrance. Yeah, it's really nice. But yeah, you want to use a light hand with this one. And this one, I know for sure I'm about to butcher the name, but this is by Givenchy, and this is Ange ou Démon Les Secrets. And here's what it looks like. I've never taken French, y'all, so I'm sorry. I apologize in advance to anybody who has or is a native French speaker, because I know I butchered that. But this is a tea fragrance, and you definitely get a lot of tea in this. It's a fruity tea fragrance. So I smell like, I believe cranberry is a note in here. I smell the cranberry, and it's citrusy and tea. That's pretty much it. It's kind of sweet. You don't need a whole lot of this either. I feel like this is probably a good one for fall and spring, maybe even winter, because it's kind of heavy. I haven't worn it in the fall yet. I've been meaning to, but as you guys can see, I have a lot of perfumes, and I'm not the type, I know it may seem like a lot of perfume, but I actually wear my perfumes. I buy them to wear them, not just to look at them. So as you can see, I've used quite a bit of this. I use this more so in the summer, but I think it might work better like in the cooler weather. So I am gonna try this out and see how I feel about it in the cooler weather, but I do really like this. Next here I have a Mary Kay perfume, and it's called Thinking of Love. And here's what it looks like. This was a gift from one of my best friends. And I'm talking about this one now because I just talked about the Givenchy. And this one smells like a tea perfume to me as well. Even though I don't think tea is a note in this, I feel like it smells like a tea perfume. It smells like it has tea leaf in it as a note. But also, it smells, you definitely get the florals in it. It's rosy, sweet. I believe it has honeysuckle in it as a note. I can smell the honeysuckle in this. Yeah, this is a light, sweet, very safe, I think, perfume. I don't see many people disliking this. This is a good office perfume as well because it doesn't have a large sillage. It doesn't project a whole lot. I do really like this one, but she just gave it to me recently. I feel like this will be better suited for warmer weather because it's not really able to cut through the cold air. So since I'm talking about tea fragrances, I may as well talk about this one next. This is the Green Tea Nectarine Blossom by Elizabeth Arden. And here's what the bottle looks like. Very pretty. It smells like nectarines and tea. This is literally what it smells like. It's kind of sweet, definitely fruity. This is really nice. It's perfect, I think, for like a spring and summer fragrance. Oh, it's so nice and refreshing. Like when I spray this on, I just feel refreshed. Haven't worn it in a while because the weather has finally cooled down. You guys know I live in Florida and we don't get much cold weather, but it's finally cooling down. So I have put this aside for now, but this is another one I spray heavily, so that's why I've used so much. But yeah, I really like this. It smells really good. So next here I have Miss Dream by L'Oreal. And here's what it looks like. I believe this is a dupe house, if I'm not mistaken. And this is supposed to be a dupe for Carolina Herrera Good Girl, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I think I like this when I wore it. I don't like how it smells in the bottle right now. It smells pretty sharp, kind of like a cologne, like a really strong cologne just from smelling the top of the bottle. But when I wore it, I think I liked it. I actually purchased this one instead of getting the Good Girl because, like I said, I'm blind by most of my perfumes. And Good Girl has tuberose in it as a note, and me and tuberose do not get along. So I was scared of blind buying Good Girl, especially since it's more expensive. So I do kind of have like a, not really a limit, but somewhat of a limit on what I like to pay to blind buy a perfume, especially if I'm not sure about the notes. So I went ahead and got this one instead because it's supposed to be a dupe for it, and it did not have tuberose as a note. And I like this, I think. I haven't worn it in a while, but yeah, I think I like it. I'm gonna try it again, y'all. I don't know. And I've never smelled Good Girl, so I don't know if it's a dupe or not. I'm sorry. So next here I have Guess by Marciana. And here's what it looks like. This is supposed to be a vanilla perfume, but what I smell in this most is the curacao liquor. And that's what I get the most in this from beginning to end. I find it to be pretty linear, so it's like the same when I spray it as when it dries down. But yeah, I get mostly the curacao liquor. And I do smell the vanilla as well, but this is a really like nice, fresh daytime fragrance. I feel like this is like the perfect office scent because it's not super loud. It just smells fresh and inoffensive. I like this. So next here I have Ed Hardy by, I know I'm about to butcher this too and I apologize in advance, Christian Audige. And here's what it looks like. And this brings back so many memories, y'all. I used to be obsessed with this in high school. When I tell you this was like all I wore. This was all I wore once I found it. And to this day, it still smells really good. I don't really wear it as much now as I used to. This is pretty old, actually. As you can see, I'm almost done, but I've had this for a few years, I think. It's sweet and fruity, and it's actually surprisingly long lasting. It's a lot cheaper to purchase nowadays than it was back then. It was more expensive back then. I think this size bottle was like $80 when I was in high school, and now you can get it for about $15, I think, $20. But yeah, still a really nice perfume. I need to revisit this. So next here I have a couple of Victoria's Secret perfumes. The first one I have here is Victoria's Secret Tease Dreamer. And here's what it looks like. This is a summer fragrance. It smells like, this smells like coconut lime to me. I don't think lime is a note in this, but it smells like a coconut lime perfume. I do smell the salt in here. You definitely get the coconut, like I said, but it smells like a salty coconut lime perfume. It's really nice. It's sweet, but it's definitely a summer perfume. I like this a lot. But you know, with Victoria's Secret's perfumes, they don't really, at least on my skin, they don't last that long. I have to constantly respray throughout the day, and they also don't project as much as I would like, but this is nice. I did like it. I repurchased the bottle and then I stopped using it. But I do like this a lot. I'll probably bring it back out during the summertime. So next here I have Victoria's Secret Tease, the original, and here's what it looks like. And this is fruity. This is a fruity perfume. It's sweet too. Yeah, it's a sweet, fruity perfume. Another safe perfume, safe office, daytime perfume. It smells really girly. and light. I like this a lot. I don't really wear it that much because I have other ones I like more, but I do like this. And like I said, Victoria's Secret perfumes don't last as long as I would like them to on my skin, so I typically don't reach for them a whole lot, but I do like this. So next here I have, I think, a couple of Arabic perfumes. I think they all are Arabic perfumes if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. And if I am, I'm sorry, y'all. So the first one I have here is Shagaf Oud by Swiss Arabian. I probably messed that up too. Here's what it looks like. Well, my bottle is a bit, it needs to be wiped off. But this is polarizing. Yeah, I definitely don't recommend blind buying this one like I did. But I purchased this because it's supposed to be a dupe for Lancome's Oud Bouquet. And I wanted to try Oud Bouquet, but a bit out of my blind buy budget. And this one is a lot less expensive. So I tried this one out first because I had not ever tried any oud perfume at the time. And so I was like, it's probably best to spend less on it just in case I don't like it. I didn't like this at first, but I also didn't dislike it. It was very like in your face, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about this, but now I love it and I'm obsessed. Very sharp when you first spray it. You definitely get a lot of that oud upon first spray. And I find that when it dries down too, you still get quite a bit of the oud, but it's more sweet than oud. Once it dries down, you get more of that vanilla, smoky. I don't know if this has incense in it as a note, but yeah, it smells like vanilla and it smells smoky and it smells sweet. Like, I think it has praline in it as a note, and you definitely smell the praline in it. This is nice. This is really nice, and I like it a lot. I haven't gotten a chance to wear it because, you know, I don't want to offend anybody, and I don't really go anywhere. This is definitely a nighttime stint. I don't really go many places, so, you know, I have quite a few that are more nighttime appropriate, and so when I'm coming, like, and trying to pick between which ones I want to wear, I typically stray away from this one because, like I said, I don't want to offend people because I know it's polarizing. But I am going to wear this, and people are just going to have to deal with it. I really like it. If you like oud, if you like gourmands and you like oud, I feel like this would be a safe purchase for you. If you don't like oud or you've never smelled oud, then I would not recommend picking this up without sampling it first. So next here I have Ragba by Latafa. And this is another oud perfume. I just got this one. I love this so much. This smells boozy. The oud in this isn't as sharp as it is in the Shagaf Oud. It's a lot less noticeable. It just smells woody, like not so much like oud, because oud has a very specific smell. I feel like you need to smell it to know what it smells like. This just smells woody, boozy, like a whiskey type of boozy. Sweet, it's really sweet, but not cloying. I don't find it cloying at all. It's just, this is delicious, and it's smoky, like incensey smoke. This is really nice. I love this. And lastly, I have some perfume oils by Al-Rehab. And I'm going to briefly talk about those. So the first one, and I think possibly the most popular one that they have, is Choco Musk. This is what the box looks like. It's just a small little roll-on perfume oil. So this one smells just like chocolate. Literally chocolate. It's like a creamy, sweet chocolate fragrance. Definitely unisex in my opinion. I like to use this to layer with perfumes that have chocolate as a note, but it isn't like strong enough for me. Like if I need more chocolate, or if I just want to enhance the perfume, because this it can make your perfumes last a bit longer and project a bit more. So like with perfumes like Angel Muse, this smells amazing with Angel Muse because it's already like a cocoa powder fragrance. So this with Angel Muse is amazing, and a few others I like to mix it with. or to layer it with. This is really nice. And I have a couple of these. I think I have 2 of these. Yeah, I have 2 of these. So next I have Soft by Al-Rehab, and this one smells similar to Pink Sugar. So if you like Pink Sugar, I think you'd like this. This is a perfume oil, so it's more concentrated, and it projects a bit more to me than Pink Sugar does. I know a lot of people say that Pink Sugar is heavy, it has a heavy sillage. On me, it does not. It has more of a moderate sillage, and I typically have to spray more so that I can get a heavier sillage, but this is a moderate to heavy sillage perfume oil. When you first put the oil on, it smells kind of citrusy, like lemony sweet, and then when it dries down, it's almost exactly Pink Sugar in the dry down. So I really like this. This still can't replace my Pink Sugar though. So next here I have Rawan by Al-Rehab, and here's what it looks like. I purchased this one because it's supposed to be a dupe for Dolce & Gabbana Perfume, and I do want to try that perfume. And these perfume oils are pretty inexpensive. They're about $6 a piece, and on eBay you can purchase them buy 3 get 1 free, and then some sellers have buy 2 get 1 free, so you get even more of a discount. But I purchased this one twice, and I think they're both expired because they don't smell good. They stink. I don't even know what to describe this as smelling like. It just smells off, like a perfume gone bad. So I don't like the expired version of Rawan, and I can't seem to buy a non-expired version of it because I bought 2. So I do have a sample of Dolce & Gabbana Perfume on the way, so I can test it out before I buy it. So the next one I have here is Golden Sand, and here's what the box looks like. This one, to me, this is kind of sounds so weird. It smells like chewing tobacco. But it smells really good. Like I was weird in that I kind of like how chewing tobacco smells. This smells just like chewing tobacco to me. It doesn't have tobacco in it as a note, but that's what it smells like to me. It's like a kind of sweet chewing tobacco fragrance. I like it. So next here I have Mira. That's what the box looks like. This one, to me, this smells like honeysuckle nectar. Like, it's so nostalgic to me because it reminds me of being a kid and picking honeysuckles and sucking the nectar from them. Let me know if you guys did that when you were younger. Me and my brother did it all the time. That's exactly what this reminds me of, and it smells so good. Like, I'm not a big fan of floral scents, but this is like a sweet, you know, honeysuckle is like, it smells sweet. It's a sweet floral fragrance, and I just really like this. It's so nostalgic. So next here I have Midnight. The box looks like. This one is fruity, a bit sweet, tart. Yeah, it's tart. It's more tart than sweet. Smells like raspberry. It just smells like a tart raspberry to me. It's really nice. This one is Dalal. And I'm trying to remember what this smells like. This one is sweet. Almost smells a bit citrusy to me. I don't think it has any citrus notes. Yeah, I really like this one too. The only one that I found that I didn't like was the Rawan. This one is Sandra. And this one is supposed to be a dupe for Britney Spears Fantasy, which I have. And it definitely does smell like it. It smells almost exactly like it, except the kiwi note that's in Fantasy that I can find to be a bit cloying is dialed back in this. It still smells like it has that kiwi note in it, but I don't know, I prefer the fragrance oil over Fantasy, the perfume. And this one is Zahrat, Hawaii. That's what the box looks like. Of course it says Hawaii, so it's a tropical scent. This smells, it smells so fruity and delicious. It actually kind of smells like one of those Hawaiian scented plug-ins that you would, you know, purchase from the store, but in the best way possible. Like, this is a scented plug-in that I would like to smell like. But this is definitely like a summer fragrance. I like to wear this to bed sometimes since it's kind of cool now. But this is really nice. It's creamy, coconutty, tropical, pineapple-y. I like this one a lot. So yeah, guys, that is it. That was my last fragrance. So that is the end of this portion of the collection video. As I told you guys, I do have some celebrity perfumes as well, so I can do a perfume collection video part 2 if you guys are interested in it. I didn't want to bore you guys and include everything in this video and have it super long, so that's why I separated them. But if you guys are interested, just let me know down in the comments, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up so that I know that you guys like this type of content. And I can definitely do more because, like I said, I am loving perfumes, and that's all I've been watching on YouTube recently is perfume videos, perfume reviews, perfume favorites, perfume collection, you know, everything perfume. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.